Hi everybody, happy Friday. Welcome to the Coloring Oasis. I'm thrilled to be here today to do a complete flip through of the oversized large Disney Thomas Kinkade poster poster board, I guess, coloring book. And I'm going to do a flip through, and then we're actually going to color a page, or I'm going to start coloring a page in here by testing these gel pens I've showed you from a haul in a previous video I got for Christmas, the Colorit gel pens. There's a glitter pack and a regular pack. I'm going to do a little bit of flowers and things on the page I selected in this book for you to see and test those out. Since we're on the topic of Disney, my son actually got this for me for Christmas. It was in my stocking. It's the Life Magazine's Beauty and the Beast special, probably meant to accompany or support Disney Plus's new release of the Beauty and the Beast special, which I think was also on TV around Christmas, which was a combination of a live action sort of play quote with clips of the animated original movie that had been brilliantly digitally updated and remastered. That was on TV, which you can now find on Disney Plus. It's the Beauty and the Beast special, which includes some footage from the original recordings backstage of the animated movie. But this came out and he got me this. I haven't looked at it really yet, but it has, you know, clips of the filming and recording of the animated movie and how it kind of changed the history of Disney and how they did the animation, some of the original information from the original book, which was from France, of course, and some of the clips from the different shows and movies. That looks like Neuschwanstein. Yeah, it is Neuschwanstein Castle. It was kind of like the inspiration for the Beauty and the Beast castle. So all about the original tale, where it came from. So I'm very excited to get in and read this. I'm sure he got it at Barnes & Noble, but if it's available on Amazon, I'll link it below for you. This was a special limited edition. So I'm a huge Disney fan. Beauty and the Beast is probably my third favorite movie. My first is Moana. My second would be Little Mermaid, and my third is Beauty and the Beast. Okay, let's do a flip through of this gorgeous book. It is quite large, and if this is like a coloring book size, 8.5 by 11, you can see the difference and how big this is. And some of you might recall this, the original Thomas Kinkade Disney coloring book came out a couple years ago, was small, right? It was like a book like this and thick, and everything in there was so tiny. You had to have really good vision. And these are very detailed drawings that we can also see recolored, examples in the back. But that book, I bought it and returned it, I remember, a couple years ago because it was too small for me in my eyesight, and there's just so many details in this book. It really overwhelmed me, and I didn't think I had the skills at the time to do it. But one of my New Year's goals is to get a whole spread done in this book. So first of all, it's incredibly thick. You can hear it, like poster boardy. And I believe these are some of Thomas Kinkade's Disney paintings now put into things you can color. But if you look at how detailed these are, these tiny flowers and things way in the distance that are really small, like the cottage, and there's like a scale difference between the distance and up close. Some of them are just way overwhelming. Here is Aladdin, all these little buildings. Of course, my fave. I was torn about starting this one, but I think I'm going to start with The Princess and the Frog. I mean, just so many little details, the valley and the river, and you need some very fine point mediums to do some of these details. So we have, of course, my second favorite movie, Little Mermaid. I really wanted to do this. There's another Little Mermaid one also, but I'm not the best at water. Water intimidates me, so I'm definitely not starting with one of these, even though it's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. Cinderella, which was my mom's favorite Disney movie of all time. This one's a little more doable. Not much water here. Well, there's water down under the bridge. Love Pocahontas. One of the Disney movies we don't hear a lot about, and the Disney princesses overlooked. Love, love, love Pocahontas. The music in particular. Makes me want to go back and watch it. There's the little pug dog, which I believe is the dog from Cinderella. Sometimes if you look close in these pictures, you can see little things from other Disney movies, but they're hidden in. Was there also a dog in Pocahontas? I don't know. I think that dog was from the Cinderella, I think. But anyway, love this one. And the ship's kind of hidden behind the trees, which is cool. Oh, am I skipping one? Here we have Snow White and the Cottage. Lots of nature stuff in here. These are a little bigger. You can use your water-based mediums with brushes or water brush pen, your Derwents. You can use your Spectrum Noir Aqua Blends. You can use markers, pencils, all these little tiny things. So you'll need like a gel pen, which is why I'm going to pull out my gel pens. Here we have Tangled. This one is super detailed. Like, oh my gosh, there's so many little things. I get like a little the thing is with these very complicated pictures, I tend to not want to do them or put them off because I like to get results faster and complete more pages than a couple that take forever. So that's why I'm trying to force myself this year to take my time and do more elaborate ones, even if I don't get as many done. So that's why doing one of these is on my coloring goal for the year list. There's the castle. This is Sleeping Beauty. Do I see anything in here? This looks to me like a Thumper from Bambi in here, and all the little animal family squeezed in there. What's over there? You have to look really close to find other hidden little gems. There's the little birdies there from Cinderella on the horse's back. There's Tinkerbell up in the tree with an owl, probably from The Fox and the Hound. My mom would just die for this one. This is Cinderella. This one would be tough with that giant tree. Castles are absolutely gorgeous. I'm tempted to do this one too. The trick with these books is to start in just one little area and don't get overwhelmed by the big picture. That's what I'm going to have to do is just, okay, I'm going to focus on this quadrant until it's done. And that's it. You know, and then just pick one section at a time to focus on and block the rest of it out so it doesn't overwhelm me. Here we have more Little Mermaid. I love this one, but there's so much water. I don't know how well I can do that, so I'm holding off. Is anything hidden in here? Of course there is. That's the frog from Princess and the Frog right there. Eyesight's not good enough to catch every little thing on here. I'm looking. It's like an I Spy. This is the one I want to do, The Princess and the Frog. I love this movie, by the way. Probably in my 4th or 5th favorite. But what I love about this scene is it reminds me so much nostalgically of the Disneyland and Disney World, the whole land that has the Haunted Mansion, the Tom Sawyer Steamboat and the island, the Country Bear Jamboree. Is that Frontierland, I think? I know it's New Orleans in this movie, but it reminds me of that. And I just have so many fond memories of going to Disney World and Florida and Disneyland. It just makes me think of that. So I think I want to start with this one. I have no clue how I'm going to do this boat. But I'm just going to start with some of the little flowers. Maybe the alligator, the people, and just work my way. I love this movie. Anything hidden in here? Oh my gosh. I need a magnifying glass. These are so small. Even with my glasses, I can't really make out. I think there's a couple strolling there. It's really hard to see the little details. Oh my gosh, more Beauty and the Beast. Look how tiny these things are. Tiny, tiny. Too tiny for me. Love this one though. Gorgeous. Looking for any more hidden stuff in here. Another Ariel, Little Mermaid Falling in Love. Another one I love. I could probably do it, but the water, I feel like underwater is easier than doing waves and stuff for some reason. Here we have Tangled. Love this one too, but there's so many little things in the sky. Very detailed. It'll be really fun to do that hair. Tangled. Here's Snow White's cottage and the 7 dwarfs. And here we have the actual paintings, Thomas Kinkade paintings. And Thomas Kinkade has passed away, so I don't know how many of these were done by him prior to his passing away or by his, quote, company, other artists that sell under the name Thomas Kinkade. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, obviously when you color your picture, it's not going to look like a painting. Like this is the Beauty and the Beast one we saw in the beginning. Or like all these buildings and city lights in Aladdin. It's not going to look like that. It's going to look like a coloring page. It's not going to have the elaborate kind of watercolor and acrylic detail and as much realism. So I'm just thinking I'm not even going to look at this when I do mine. I'm just going to do it naturally because I don't want to feel the stress and pressure to try to make it look the same. And I want to do it my own way. I mean, yeah, it's just different. These are definitely paintings. But like this Cinderella one's all in dark. I would not do it at night. I'd do it in the day because probably this is the one I want to do here. I'm tempted to start the Snow White one too, though, because that has a lot of flowers and things. These are fun to look at, aren't they? I had the Thomas Kinkade Disney calendar. All right, so that is the Disney Dreams Collection, Thomas Kinkade, large, ready-to-frame coloring pages. And I'm going to open this up, the Premium Gel Pen Set 96. This is by Colorit. Colorit does those tablets that are the thick cardstock that are spiral bound. I've showed you before. I got a couple of those for Christmas. If you haven't seen the What I Got for Christmas video, I got a lot of cool stuff. I'll link that below. So I'm going to open this. And inside, it's actually 2 separate cases you get, which is so cool. Obviously, the glitter ones, they give you in this super glitter pouch. And the non-glitter ones. And so I really like that. And there are refills to both, which I love as well, and a few little coloring cards. So excellent bargain. I think this was only $39.99. Super good deal. Nice gift box if you want to get it for someone. So I've used these once already. I don't like the texture on the glitter pouch. It's like scratchy, but if you don't mind that, that's cool. So let's open this up. And they're nice and portable, right? So it's not like you have all of them in one, which is kind of nice. But yeah, it's weird. It has this smaller center flap here. So we have a large row, this smaller center flap each side. And then we have another larger row here. So it's not a whole ton, like it's not too much. And then for the glitter ones, honestly, I like my Tanzit gel pen, glitter pen, huge set I've reviewed before more. They work about the same, but I just love those. I didn't almost need these ones. I just needed some non-glitter ones. Same thing. I use these, obviously. They're upside down. Nice colors here. Glitter pens. So I was thinking I'm going to go in and we're going to test them out. So let's start. I'm afraid my camera's going to tip over. I'm tempted to do Snow White because it's the first one, but I don't want to feel like I have to recreate this because it's not going to look the same. Because there's a lot of flowers and things I can test the gel pens on. I do want to do, like I said, the Princess and the Frog. I just don't know there's enough on that one to test. I guess there are. There's these. I think we're just going to do Snow White and do some of these little flowers. First thing that is important is, let us hold this back so it doesn't flop, in your face. Okay. You do want to put some thick cardstock layers between the two so your mediums don't bleed and you don't wreck these gorgeous drawings. I have a brand new pack of my Nina cardstock. I've talked about this paper many times. Excellent deal. I had the last pack lasted me like 6 months. I use these for all my Etsy printables. Like this, I can use almost anything on these. So I also use these. I'm going to take out a couple. I also use these for dividers because they're thicker than like regular copy paper. Nice and bright white. Have a little bit of a sheen. They're thick enough, the just right thickness. I actually have a printable I can show you here. I've printed, I have not colored yet. This is a gorgeous Etsy printable. You can see, I mean, these take the ink really nicely and the ink never smears. Like if you look at all my what I colored videos in previous months, they're all done like the printables on this paper, and I've used all the mediums and they don't smear. So that's what I love. I have an HP inkjet printer, basic one. So gorgeous paper, I love it. I will link that below if you want to pick some up, but one pack is like 20 bucks, but it's going to last you forever. All right, so we're going to put two papers, one on each side so I don't accidentally forget. Make sure it's well protected. And we're going to color a little flowers. And I do believe I want a third page for a test page, which normally I would not do on the nicer paper, but I don't have any other paper. So I don't think we want glitter flowers. So let's pick out maybe some purples. Some different purples. Because again, we're just doing this our way. We're not trying to recreate what's on there. I'm a little confused because I feel like I see a few little glitter in these, but these are supposed to be the non-glitter ones. I might have put them back in the wrong case. I might have put some of them in the wrong case back. Whoopsie. So we'll take a few different. These look the same. Maybe let's take a... Now, in my is it T-A-N-S-M-I-T, Tansmit, whatever. My big glitter gel pen set. There's a lot more color choices. We can do a pink, maybe. Let's do more of the purpley shade. And maybe let's get a green or two if we want to do a couple of leaves. So let's get... let's get like this green here. Oh, it has a dark green. This will work. Let's get out two greens. No, this green. All right. Great, cute little portable case. Doesn't give you, a whole tons of colors, but sufficient. I have a little test page to get everything rolling. I'm just gonna pick one here. They have names: Purple Joy. This one is Purple Harmony. This one is Inner Purple. I like the names. This one is Purple Faith. That's cool. The greens we have Countryside Green, and we have Glee Green. I love those names. So I always shake mine up. Not really necessary. It's not a paint marker, but it's gonna flow just fine. So let's get up here and just do some of these little tree flowers. And even with my reading glasses on, like I'm hunched way over to see, it's, I don't have the greatest vision, so these little things are hard for me. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to get like a magnifying glass because even my reading glasses, I might not be able to see a whole lot. Yeah, so this is unfortunately a sparkle one. I must have put it back in the wrong case, but that's okay. A little sparkle and Disney flowers. I'm not going to kill anybody. And I think we should do two colors. So I'm going to do a whole tree of different colors, and it's working really nicely on this paper. It feels about the same as when I do it on my Nina paper, kind of silky. Because this paper has a little bit of like it's a matte, but it also feels like a little shiny, like waxy or something. It's hard to describe. Let's do a few different flowers. And when you're using gel pens, just do real slow little squiggly areas. And I'm just going to skip around because I'm going to come in with different colors and do the whole bush. These are probably cherry blossoms, but again, we are doing it our own way. If I try to recreate something, a masterpiece done, I'm just going to be completely disappointed. And I want mine to be my way. I don't really want to try to recreate it because you can't really recreate a masterpiece, to be honest. All right. So then let's try a different one. Let's try Purple Harmony. This one has more pink in it though. See, I didn't even do anything. I just jumped right on in there. Might sometimes have to give it a little shake to get the ink moved around. Be sure to store your gel pens on their sides, not standing upright, so the ink kind of, when the pen's laying down, it kind of goes like that. You don't want it to all go to one side or the other and then clog it. Kind of like with your alcohol markers. That's pretty. I think this is the one I used I did a whole fairy picture with a whole bunch of pink wings. I think I used this one. There we go. Really pretty. Let's do one over here. I'll zoom in so you guys can see what it looks like at the end. Not the biggest gel pen fan in the world, because they take so long and I don't have patience, but I'm trying to work on that. Let's see, make sure all the colors are dispersed. I can put one right here and then we'll grab another color and then I'll try a green. You guys want to see what the green looks like? Yeah, it's gonna be pretty. I like all my Disney pages to look girly because I am just that way. We have another color. This is Purple Faith. What a neat name. Purple Faith. This one looks a little more like it matte, almost metallic-y. I don't have all the specs of this set in front of me. I know it was $39.99, but this might be a couple of metallics in that set. I think this might be one that I grabbed, but I can't quite tell. I think a combo of flat, glitter, and metallic in the same area in a picture is a nice contrast. You can just bet I'm going to stickle this picture up once it's all done too, and put on glitter and stickle and everything magical. Let's see if we can get one. Spreading all that, the colors evenly. Let's do one right here. There we go. And let's do one more purple I pulled out here. Give it a good shake up. Let's do this one right here. This one is non-sparkle, flat purple. These pens are very, I hate to say juicy, but like that's what they are. They're like really moist and flowing and thick on the ink. Almost more like you're afraid to shake it because you're afraid something's gonna splatter out and off your paper, which has happened to me before. Expecting that. Ruin my picture. It only takes once to shake a pen over your mostly done picture and have it splatter all over, or even a few splatters right in the worst places that you can't fix, to never do it again. So never shake your pens, markers, Posca pens over your picture. Believe me, I learned the hard way. I was shaking a black Posca pen once over a picture, like, you know, and it just 7 or 8 drops, like around the one face and right on the middle of the ocean, like black dots everywhere. I was just so mad. Was not thinking that one through. And we can actually put in some green here on the actual leaves. Is there actual leaves here? I like this. Is a pretty purple. I like this one. Let's do one over here. Ironically, I chose Snow White, the first actual Disney movie. I think Snow White was the first animated Disney movie, right? ever made. Was it like 1937 or something like that? To check my Disney reference book. I feel like I want to weave in some brighter pink there. Let's check out one of these greens. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there's like probably green stuff everywhere. Oh, what do I want to do with the greens? It's so hard to tell like where the leaves are. There's the branches. I think there's a little green leaves. Let's just get up there and let's make sure this is flowing. Whoop, moved it off to the side. See, I almost caught myself shaking it on my picture. Got the green going. There's some little leaves like here. Small little things. This one looks, ooh, darn it. This looks like it's got too much blue in it. Might not be the best green. Let's get this other green. Oh, that's neon. I think I grabbed the wrong greens. Let me just shake this up again. I guess we could use the bluer one. I'm only doing a couple here. It's so small you can't really tell. The Stabilo fine liners, which I think are the 88 point, not the Stabilo 68, but the Stabilo 88, which should work really well for this book because it has the really fine points. There's also an Amazon Basics fine point markers, which I bought. I guess I could have pulled those out. It's cheaper than everything else. See what I'm saying? This is going to take forever to do this picture, and I will be an old lady before it gets done. So we're just doing a little bit of that. It's like I can't tell what some of these are, like these little things. Are these greeneries? I'm not sure. Let's pull out a couple more. Let's see if there's a brown in here. We could do some of that tree. Ooh, I hate to do a tree in blur. I don't know if there's a brown. That looks like a red. There's a brown there, but it might not be the right brown. Here's another green. Let's try that, and let's pull out maybe one of these more pinky colors. Yeah, let's pull out one of these more pinky colors to do some more flowers. Oh, and here's another green here too. All right. I'm going to try this one for the flowers. This is called Pink Kindness. Isn't that cute? I love the names. Going to give it a good shake up. Get the ball rolling. Let's see if we can add in some pink flowers here. There we go. This is a nice candy. Maybe even a Barbie pink. Oh, maybe this is the pink I used. I did almost a whole page with this pen. That's my favorite pink. That's still going. It's still going. So I'll just do 2 more and then I'll zoom in. You guys can see what this looks like so you don't have to watch me do such tedious details. Just want you to kind of see these pens up close and get a feel for what they can do. Okay. You don't get the most realism though out of gel pens like for nature. So just be aware it's going to look more like a fantasy picture. Might look more like animated than like realism, like the actual Thomas Kinkade paintings. But I'm just going for pretty. All right, let's try one more green. I got a green. Is that gonna be too bright? Let's see. Yeah, it's a little bright. I'm not even clear what else I can do in this. Let's try this green here. That one's pretty dark. It's a darker green. We could do some of these like areas here in this other green. Not sure what these are. I think it's just some kind of shrubbery. right. I'm going to zoom in now and show you guys this. Might not have been the best book to do gel pens with, but I'm not going to do all this in gel pens. Just wanted to kind of show y'all what it looks like. Okay. I mean, I think it's enough to get an idea. But imagine that pink and purple coming all the way down, like really filling in. It's going to look different. Can I zoom this in? Woo! There we go. So yeah, the first couple of ones I grabbed were glitter because I think I put them back in the wrong cases. But you can kind of see it's getting darker in here, but you can kind of see the look there with those pens. I mean, they're very colorful. I think it's going to be amazing. It's going to just be full of flowers. So I guess I should have zoomed in when I was actually coloring them. I don't know. I didn't think of that. Okay, well, I'm all done. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll link everything below if you want to check it out. And I'll try to have this done in the next 2 months so I can show you the completed page. Thanks, everybody, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and seeing this book. If you're a Disney fan, you definitely want to pick this up. And have a great weekend.